Have you ever wondered about the ancient cultures that worshipped gods associated with death and the afterlife? With his jackal head and human body, Anubis, the god of the dead, presents a mysterious figure in the mythology of ancient Egyptian gods. But what is fascinating about Anubis is that his role was not to bring death, but to grant peace and protection in the afterlife. Join us as we make our way through the shadows of Egypt's ancient tombs and temples, exploring the unique role of this often misunderstood god. Before we dive into the intriguing role of this supreme being, let's take a moment to explore the history and origins of this fascinating figure. The earliest representations and mentions of Anubis can be traced back to the dawn of ancient Egyptian civilization. Anubis holds the distinction of being one of the oldest gods in the Egyptian pantheon, with his earliest appearances discovered in the pyramid texts, which rank among the world's oldest known religious texts. These texts date back to the Old Kingdom era, around 2686 to 2181 BC. Within these ancient writings, Anubis is referred to as a guardian of tombs and a judge of the underworld. Visual depictions of Anubis started surfacing during the first dynasty of Egypt, around 3100 BC. These representations, often engraved on tomb murals found in cemeteries at Abydos and Saqqara, among the earliest major burial sites in ancient Egypt, showed Anubis in his familiar jackal or dog form, or as a man with a jackal's head. This portrayal is believed to have been inspired by the presence of wild dogs and jackals near the desert burial grounds, which led the ancient Egyptians to view these animals as a link to the afterlife. The etymology of his name is equally captivating. Known in ancient Egyptian as Inpu or Anpu, the name Anubis is a Greek transliteration. Interestingly, the exact meaning of his name remains uncertain. Some scholars suggest it comes from the word imp, meaning to decay, reinforcing his connection to the mummification process and the afterlife. Anubis, in his role as the god of the dead, held a paramount position in the spiritual beliefs of ancient Egypt. Integral to the conception of the afterlife, Anubis presided over mummification, the vital process that ensured the continuation of the soul. He was often depicted as the guardian of the scales, overseeing the weighing of the heart, a critical step in the journey of the soul. This vital ceremony, known as the weighing of the heart, was inscribed in the famous Book of the Dead, where Anubis is pictured weighing the heart of the deceased against the feather of Ma'at, the goddess of truth and justice. The significance of this symbolic act cannot be overstated. If the heart was found to be lighter or equal in weight to the feather, it signified that the departed soul had led a life of righteousness and harmony. In such instances, Anubis's judgment granted them passage to the paradise of the afterlife, a blissful realm known as the Field of Reeds. Yet a solemn shadow loomed for those whose hearts proved heavier than the feather. Laden with the weight of transgressions and sins, their fate took a darker turn. A fearsome entity known as Amit awaited, ready to unleash its insatiable hunger upon these burdened souls. Devouring the heavy-hearted, Amit condemned them to a second death, a finality from which there was no escape. In this cosmic drama, Anubis, the ultimate arbiter, played the pivotal role. With wisdom and impartiality, he measured the scales of justice, determining the destiny of each departed soul. His judgment served as an irrevocable verdict, shaping the eternal path that lay before them. Anubis was also seen as a psychopomp, a guide for souls crossing from the realm of the living to the afterlife. He ensured the deceased navigated the perilous journey safely, leading them through the twists and turns of the underworld. This significant role garnered Anubis immense respect and veneration amongst the ancient Egyptians, and his iconic image became synonymous with death, the afterlife, and resurrection, underscoring the profound influence he had on the spiritual landscape of ancient Egypt. Anubis, therefore, was far more than just a god of the dead. He was a critical figure in the ancient Egyptians' understanding of mortality, ethics, and the afterlife. In the vast tapestry of ancient Egyptian art, Anubis holds a distinctive place with his unique iconography, which communicates the profound beliefs and aspirations of a civilization. Anubis, traditionally portrayed as a black jackal or a man sporting the head of a jackal, manifests an intriguing intersection of symbolic color and animal representation in ancient Egyptian culture. To the ancient Egyptians, the color black held profound meaning, directly symbolizing the rich, fertile silt deposited by the Nile, essential for the flourishing of crops. Beyond its agricultural symbolism, black was also associated with the transformation that occurred during mummification. The physical body darkened and preserved, embodying a direct connection to death and the afterlife. Therefore, the dark hue of Anubis was not arbitrary, but a powerful emblem of his dominion over mortality and immortality. Equally symbolic is Anubis' association with the jackal, a creature woven into the fabric of Egypt's physical and spiritual landscape. Jackals, known for their scavenging habits, often lingered around burial sites, thus earning a spectral reputation closely tied to death. These creatures are also nocturnal, a trait that parallels Anubis' role as a vigilant overseer in the obscurity of the afterlife. Jackals also possess a keen sense of direction, navigating with ease through the dark, an apt metaphor for Anubis' role as a guide, steering departed souls through the intricate realms of the Egyptian afterlife. The customary depiction of Anubis, colored in the tones of the fertile Nile and mummified bodies, adorned with the head of a jackal, is a beautiful testament to the Egyptians' intricate symbolic language. Each element adds a layer of understanding to this deity's complex role, making him more than a god of the dead, but also a guide and guardian in the vast, uncharted territories of the afterlife. One cannot neglect the fact that Anubis' influence transcends the confines of his nation of origin and has a lasting impact on a number of other cultures and religions as well. While the depictions and attributes may differ, intriguing parallels can be drawn between Anubis and other death deities across different cultures. For instance, in Greek mythology, the god Hermes shares several characteristics with Anubis. Both serve as psychopomps, guiding souls to the afterlife. This connection between the two can be seen in the ancient Greek depiction of Hermes holding a caduceus, similar to Anubis' role as a guardian and a guide. Similarly, as we move into the modern period, audiences today remain enthralled and moved by the continuing attraction of ancient Egyptian mythology and its enigmatic character, Anubis. The mystique surrounding Egyptian gods has found its place within popular culture, permeating various mediums and reimagining the mythology in mesmerizing ways. Films such as the iconic The Mummy franchise have thrust Anubis into the spotlight, portraying him as a formidable guardian of ancient tombs, his presence reinforcing the prevailing image of him as the eternal protector of the deceased. Not confined solely to the silver screen, Anubis' influence has also permeated the realm of video games. An exemplary embodiment of this is seen in the game Assassin's Creed Origins, where Anubis assumes a prominent role. Players are provided with an opportunity to navigate the mystical landscape of Egypt, interacting with Anubis and other gods, and exploring their symbolism and significance. Such interactive experiences allow individuals to develop a deeper connection with these ancient gods, breathing life into the myths and allowing modern audiences to engage with the timeless narratives. Anubis' striking image and symbolism have also made a lasting impact on modern art, fashion, and design. His visage, often portrayed as a jackal-headed figure or as a regal man with a jackal companion, has been incorporated into various forms of artistic expression. From intricate jewelry pieces to bold tattoo designs, Anubis' depiction serves as a powerful symbol of protection, guidance, and the eternal cycle of life and death. Within modern pagan and neo-pagan communities, Anubis holds a revered position as a guide and guardian, embodying the transformative journey of the soul beyond mortal existence. Devotees perceive him as a compassionate and benevolent god who aids individuals in navigating the intricate realms of the afterlife, ensuring a smooth transition and offering hope for a new beginning. Anubis' presence in contemporary spiritual practices stands as a testament to the enduring power of ancient Egyptian beliefs, providing solace, inspiration, and spiritual guidance to those who forge a connection with this ancient god. From the depths of the past to the ever-evolving present, Anubis continues to captivate the hearts and minds of humanity. Through mediums such as films, video games, and spiritual practices, his enduring presence guides us through the enigmatic mysteries of life and death. As we venture into the mysticism surrounding Anubis, we unravel the secrets of a bygone society and tap into the timeless wisdom it holds. Thank you for joining us on this journey today. If you have any comments, please feel free to share them below. Until next time.